I want to hop on today to talk about something super powerful that I've been kind of working through lately myself with my health and really raising my vibration. And I want to share it with you because I think it's so powerful. Hey, Colleen. So, our thoughts and our emotions have a pH. Just like when we eat food, it has a certain pH, and we bring it within our mouth and it goes through the whole digestive system. And so when things that we bring in are either too acidic or too alkaline, that can affect our health. Specifically, acidic things can really affect your digestive system. So what happens is if you keep eating a diet that's unhealthy, then it's going to affect your digestive system so that you're actually unable to absorb nutrients, and then your health is going to deteriorate from there. So if we use that same concept with emotions and thoughts, they have an acidity as well, or they're alkaline. So if we look at it that negative thoughts or low frequency thoughts and low frequency emotions have an acidic pH, when we take it in our body and we actually absorb it, it is affecting our physical pH in our body. So it's like you eating foods that are very acidic all the time. And so over time, if you are always thinking negative thoughts, well, that's going to affect your digestive system. You're not going to be able to digest things properly, and that's going to affect your health. And then get to the point where when even you eat healthy things that are a little more balanced in the pH, you're not going to be absorbing them because now you've created this environment that's very acidic. And so I really understand this personally because my whole life I have really struggled with my health. And I've also struggled with a very overactive mind and a lot of intrusive negative thoughts and worrying and fears and all of those things. And it's very correlated. Now I understand that because I was a personal trainer for 14 years and I knew how to eat. I knew what to do for working out. I knew all the supplements to take, and I was always trying to figure out what was the right thing for me to do to be healthy. And guess what? It didn't matter what I ate because I had already affected my digestive system with my pH balance from having these negative thoughts. And so it's very interesting, and I did try something out. When I discovered that the acidity level was really affecting my health and actually giving me a lot of headaches and migraines, I got these little testers. So you can, I think they're called lithium or something like that. Lithma paper or something. But anyways, you can use these and you just put it on your tongue and you can test your pH. And let's see if you can actually see it. So you can see there's different colors there. So down the very end, that's acidic, and here's alkaline. So we want to be in the middle here. So when I first started testing, it was down here. And interestingly enough, there was a correlation between my pH balance, the foods that I chose to eat, and having negative thoughts. When my pH went to more balanced, I wasn't craving acidic foods, and my thoughts were healthier thoughts, and I wasn't getting caught in the loop of these negative thoughts all the time. And thought, well, that was interesting. So I was like, all right, I'm going to start eating a lot more alkaline foods and see if I could shift my pH. And well, guess what? My pH shifted. And then I tried to really focus on my thoughts and shifting them. So when a negative thought would come on, I would try to alchemize that. I would try to bring it into something more positive. And focusing on my thoughts, I was shifting my pH as well. I was like, wow, isn't that interesting? So that's how things work in our physical body. It's not always about the food that we eat, it's about our thoughts as well. So if you're always having these negative thoughts, you're wreaking havoc in your physical body. Your body is going into survival mode. So your body can't function properly, right? So we can all agree on that. So what do we do about that? Well, we don't really have total control. If it's a pH thing, we don't have total control over what the thoughts are that come in, what the emotions are that come in. So what can we do? We don't want to be a victim of them, right? So it's about now shifting and alchemizing that energy. So you can take something acidic in your physical body, whether it be a thought, you can now alchemize it into something that's more alkaline or a more positive pH balance. So that's what people talk about when they talk about alchemy. It's taking these emotions. Emotions are energy in motion, and there's no negative emotions. So it's a matter of taking this emotion, whatever you feel, fear, anger, shame, guilt, and taking that, allowing the charge to be alchemized into something that's positive. So being able to actually shift the pH of your physical body by changing the pH of the emotions. But what we need to do is we need to actually allow these emotions to be expressed at whatever level that they're at, whatever frequency that they're at. And then we can go and shift and alchemize them into something positive. So you are already an amazing alchemist, because if you think about it, in your external reality, when you sense things, you are sensing them with different experiences in your life. So you're sensing them with, okay, what has happened in the past when I've seen this thing, or I've smelt this thing, or I've heard this thing. Hi, Savvy. And so now you've taken this sense from your external reality, you've brought it in with a thought, you've created an emotion. So right there, you have created a chemical reaction in your body. So you're already doing it. So can we take that experience that just occurred, that created a chemical reaction in your body, and now alchemize it into something that is at a better pH? Something that's more positive. Yes, we can do that. But the tricky thing is it's different for every single person. We are all unique. Certain foods that I eat are going to adjust my own personal physical pH, and that's going to be different from you. So it's the same thing with thoughts and emotions and processes for alchemizing. So it's discovering what is that process that works for you. And that's what has been my personal struggle, is I've been following all of these other coaches and mentors, and they all talk about the same thing. It's about alchemizing it. It's allowing these emotions to flow through your body and then shifting them. But the process of doing that is going to be a little bit different for everyone, right? So it'd be amazing to discover, well, what is your own process? What is your unique process, right? And what I also realize is that when we have thoughts that are flowing through our body, we have a defense system that comes up. So if it's a negative thought, there's a defense system that comes up against that thought. And same thing with emotions. When you feel an emotion that doesn't feel good, you have a defense system that comes up. And all of that unique defense system is actually embedded in your physical DNA. We can actually dive in and discover that through your gene keys and through your human design. So I've discovered that we can go in and we can just see what is the defense system that's coming up that's actually keeping you in these negative loops. What is the defense system that's coming up that's keeping you in these negative emotions? And when we understand that, we can actually get ahead of the game. And we can then see that when that's happening, shift it, and then we can get into the alchemy process and really diving in and discovering what is your unique alchemy process. Okay, so if this is something that you're interested in learning, drop a comment and say, I am ready. I am ready to alchemize my emotions and my thoughts so I can have control. And I'm going to be taking you through a short little course that's going to help you really dive in and discover what your defense systems are and what is your unique process for alchemizing things internally, because the way that I do it is going to be completely different than you. You know, I've studied many different tools, and I can share these tools with you based on what's going on in your own specific human design. We can really figure out what that process is for you. And when you discover this process, you literally your vibration is going to rise. You're going to have control over how you respond to things in your own reality. And you're going to be able to manifest a lot of positive things into your life, because thoughts and emotions are the things that take us out. And when we have this chaos going on inside our internal body and our mind, we then either suppress it or we project it into the reality. So when you can really figure out what is going on internally, it's going to change your relationships in the physical reality, how you're going to be responding to other people when they bring up your defense system in your mental body or your defense system in your emotional body. So we're going to start on that internal level, learn how to alchemize those energies flowing through you, understand that you are safe, that even though you're having a negative thought, even though you're feeling a negative emotion, that you are safe. It is part of the process. And that's something that I have discovered is my defense system goes up because my body doesn't feel safe experiencing these things. But when we can take our power back from it and be like, okay, great, I'm feeling something in my body, whether it be low frequency or negative, I can now alchemize it into something positive, so I can take that energy to create what I want to feel in my physical body. So it's pretty incredible stuff. It's just a matter of you really discovering that process within you. So I'm excited to take you on the journey of discovering this, if this is calling to your soul. So just drop a message in the comments and just let me know. And if you have any questions, let me know as well. And I hope that you have an amazing Sunday afternoon. Take care.